Hello, my little ponies. I'm Starlight Ginger Pony, and welcome to my channel. So, instead of hiding under my bed this year like a certain yellow Pegasus, I decided to join the festivities. So, I'm going to be viewing one of the greatest, one of the most devious Disney villains of all times. Why is that? Well, because for the most part, everything she was doing was legal. So, welcome to the stage, Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. She doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Yes, so Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. So, why did I say all that? Well, let's face it, she offered to buy the puppy straight up, and so it's likely she went all around town buying puppies. She is easily noticed as being a very wealthy woman. I believe it was stated that she was a clothes designer, which probably explains why she wants the puppies. She wasn't just going to make one coat like most people seem to believe. That was her backup plan. What she was probably going to do was actually make a bunch of coats, meaning she was probably going to wait for the puppies to grow up. And then she would have them put down, legally of course, and then turn them into fur coats. This is actually not against the law. Just ask people who have had their beloved puppies stuffed. So, no, not illegal as long as you own them and you give a valid reason for why you're doing it. And let's face it, Cruella de Vil is very smart. She could simply say, well, I just have too many dogs, and as such, it would be cruel of me to keep them living in a place so crowded. And as such, she would have the rights to put them down. Of course, it depends on where they live. I think in some places, you don't even have to have a reason to put an animal down. And as such, mostly what she was doing was legal, except for those 6 puppies. Just those 6 puppies, which, let's face it, she probably would have gotten a slap on the wrist and paid a fine, and that would have been the end of it if she hadn't gone all creepy, villainous thing. And so, quite frankly, she would have gotten away almost completely scot-free. Matter of fact, it would have been the couple in this movie that would have probably gotten the worst of it, because Cruella de Vil most likely legally owns all those dogs, meaning they essentially dog-napped over around 95 dogs they dog-napped, even though they willingly came to their house. Also, how the hell are they going to take care of those dogs? It was early on established that they did not have a lot of money, and so the fact remains is they can't keep the dogs, and they legally belong to Cruella de Vil. So they'd probably get slapped with a heavier fine than Cruella de Vil, probably do some jail time. And so, in that aspect, it makes Cruella de Vil one of the most devious villains of all time, primarily because the law was on her side, except for those 6 puppies. And as I said, she would have probably gotten away with just paying a small fine. And as such, there was no reason for her to freak out like that. And so, yeah, Cruella de Vil, what she was doing, completely legal. Now, I don't know what kind of market would have bought the dog coats, but I'm sure there's a market out there for them somewhere. So, my little ponies, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed this All Hallows Eve, and I hope to see you soon. Starlight Pony showing out, and as always, don't forget to sparkle.